Some English learners say they try hard to understand every word, but still struggle to speak naturally. The problem isn't knowledge, it's confidence, connection, and rhythm. That's why real stories can make learning feel natural and human. One of the best ways to improve your English is by learning through stories that reflect real experiences. If you enjoy this approach, like the video, subscribe to SpeakReal, and tell us one phrase you learned today in the comments. It was around noon when Daniel realized he was completely lost. He had been walking through Mexico City for hours, with no exact destination. The sun was warm but not too hot, and the sky above was a bright, cloudless blue. He had planned to visit a few museums, maybe find a cafe, and then return to his hotel. But plans often disappear when the streets are interesting. Daniel turned down a narrow street with colorful walls and small shops. A red door with flower pots caught his eye. He stopped to take a photo. Then he noticed a bakery with sweet smells coming from inside. He went in, bought something with cinnamon and sugar, and kept walking. He wasn't watching the map anymore. He was following curiosity. The street became quieter. The walls got older. The sounds of traffic faded. He looked around and realized he didn't know where he was. The signs were all in Spanish, and none of the street names looked familiar. He checked his phone. No signal. He had turned off his roaming data to save money. Daniel was lost. But strangely, he wasn't nervous. He was smiling. He stood still and listened. Somewhere nearby, someone was playing music, a soft guitar melody. A woman was hanging laundry from a window above. The colors of her clothes moved slowly in the breeze. A boy chased a ball down the street and laughed. There was no danger. Just life happening around him. Daniel kept walking. He saw an old man selling fresh fruit from a cart. The man smiled and offered him a slice of mango. Daniel accepted it, nodded, and said, "Gracias." The mango was sweet and cold. The man pointed toward another street and said something in Spanish. Daniel didn't understand every word, but he got the idea, keep going this way. So he did. The street opened into a small plaza. In the middle was a fountain, and on the edge, an older woman was sketching in a notebook. Daniel sat on a bench nearby. He didn't know the name of the neighborhood, and there were no tourists around. But it felt calm, almost like a secret part of the city. He took a deep breath. He remembered something someone once told him, "You're not lost if you're paying attention." He was paying attention now, to the color of the buildings, the sound of the fountain, the smell of grilled corn from a food cart, the way the wind moved the leaves in the trees. After some time, Daniel stood up and continued walking. He didn't rush. He turned corners without thinking too much. Sometimes he recognized something, a mural, a bus stop, a cafe name he had seen online, but mostly it was all new. Eventually, he found a metro station. He checked the map, found the name of his neighborhood, and smiled. He could go back now. But he didn't. He stayed in the area a bit longer, bought a small bottle of cold tamarind juice, and leaned against a wall to drink it slowly. He watched the people walking, laughing, working. He felt like part of something. He wasn't just visiting anymore. He was experiencing. Later that evening, he returned to his hotel. His feet were tired. His shirt smelled like sunshine and city air. But his mind was calm. He hadn't done any of the things he planned that day, no museums, no cafes, but it was his favorite day so far. Because he had gotten lost. And in that, he had found something, not just a place, but a feeling. In this story, you learned expressions like, no exact destination, lost but smiling, paying attention, leaned against a wall, and, not just visiting but experiencing. You also practiced vocabulary for directions, emotions, and city exploration, useful for everyday conversations and travel situations. If this story helped you connect with English in a new way, like the video, subscribe to SpeakReal, and leave a comment with your favorite new phrase. See you in the next video.